intensity training principle will guarantee optimal progress. While it is true that each of us are unique as personalities, it is also true that we are physiologically alike, making our training requirements practically identical. Yes, there are those who will gain faster than others, owing to differences in existing levels of fitness into the age and in innate adaptability to exercise. The important point to remember here is that you will grow progressively larger and stronger muscles only when you train with increasing levels of intensity. This is universal and applies to all human beings.
It doesn't take a fucking scientist to fucking logically understand what I'm saying. The more you put in, the more you get out. So stop fucking making excuses. Get out there and do whatever the fuck it takes to reach your fucking goals.
Talented? I wasn't talented in bodybuilding. Any genetics? I didn't have any. I wasn't talented in business. But the thing is, I was telling David about this earlier, I had this attitude that I can do it. There's nothing I can't do. If I can squat 400, 535 or how many, 23, whatever it was, I can do anything. I believed that, and it worked, because I believed it.
Intense training is purposeful behavior aimed at the goal of increasing muscular size and strength. In order to train as hard as possible, you must retain a clear image of your purpose. Once your goal is sharply but realistically defined, all that remains is carrying out your plan. Don't, however, worry about your individual potential. Potential is only the expression of a possibility, something that can be assessed accurately only in retrospect. In other words, you'll never know how good you might have become unless you try.
I had that gym, and that gym taught me a discipline. It taught me sacrifice, and it just taught me how to trust my decisions, And when I started trusting my decisions, I started seeing changes that I was in control of, not anyone else. This sport is definitely challenging, and I've learned a lot. So have all these guys about yourself and what you're faced with in adversity and overcoming. I just didn't give up, and I continue to train.
I snapped my tendon, tore my chest. You know what they said? I'll never come back. I'll never be a bodybuilder. I'll never. This happened after I got second place in the first Miss Olympia. You know what happened? So I can tell people how I train. I can tell them what I eat and all these things. That's the boring part, Anybody can train and eat, but what's driving you to do what you do in life?
Like living in reality. Reality was forget about reality. I have to have a dream. I have to have a goal. I have to get up every morning and go after something. And I believe that bodybuilding and fitness makes your life better. Some of the young 20-year-olds, they say things to me like, isn't it really sad that you gained all that muscle in the 1980s only to lose it now? Muscle's temporary. It's a temporary thing. So is life. So is life itself. It's temporary. It's all temporary.
understand what I'm saying. The more you put in, the more you get out. So stop fucking making excuses. Get out there and do whatever the fuck it takes to reach your fucking goals. Jesus Christ.
When I was 10 years old, my father died from cancer. And my father died in 30 days. He died. He was just gone like that. 10 years after that, my mother died. And then that led me into the gym. It was almost like a therapy for myself. I found something that nobody could take away from me. I just took all the passion out into eating, sleeping, and training. I didn't want to go to school or anything like this because all the kids were laughing at me in school because I didn't have a father. But I had that gym, and that gym taught me a discipline, it taught me sacrifice, and it just taught me how to trust my decisions.
I was fortunate enough to be able to be one of the best at my job. I'm not looking for anything special. You know what I mean? I just want to be the best of a person that I can be.
I tore my chest. I snapped my tendon, tore my chest with 300 kilos bench pressing. You know what they said? I'll never come back. I'll never be a bodybuilder. I'll never. This happened after I got second place in my first Miss Olympic. You know what happened? I was the first bodybuilder in the universe that ever came back from this and won a show. I won 23 shows after that. And it wasn't just a tear. I had major surgery. Like, I tore my pectoralis major and minor and snapped my tendon in half. If I can make it through that and deal with that, I can almost do anything. What's driving you to do what you do in life? This is the most important thing. What drives you? Because what drives you will be an influence to someone else. I had that gym, and that gym taught me a discipline, it taught me sacrifice, and it just taught me how to trust my decisions, And when I started trusting my decisions, I started seeing changes that I was in control of, not anyone else.
This sport is definitely challenging, and I've learned a lot. So have all these guys about yourself and what you're faced with in adversity and overcoming. I just didn't give up, and I continue to train.
We all go through difficult times. There's not one single person in this room that's not going through a difficult time right now. The thing is, are you willing to embrace it? The ability to propel forward through all adversity. That's winning. So it doesn't matter what the place is or what people say, or your hard times or this or that. That's just a valley, a moment of growing. And if you look at it like that, that is where you grow to be powerful. That's where you learn. Because if everything's perfect, oh, you win. And what's making you grow stronger? It was almost like a therapy for myself, because I was understanding, being able to go to the gym and train and watch my body grow, right? Giving myself something that I could see in the gym. I just took all the passion out into eating, sleeping, and training. I found something that nobody could take away from me. Easy direction and things that I've learned along the way to help you accomplish your goals. I say goals in life because life is what we want to be successful in. You know, it doesn't matter if we're bodybuilders or not. My way just happened to be through the gym and bodybuilder. But I think if you take this experience that discipline is what it takes to be successful, not only in bodybuilding, but in business, schools, college, doctor, lawyer, businessman, whatever it is that you want to do in life, you always have to just sacrifice. The sacrifice is the number one thing. When you say something, you gotta do it. And I think this is very, very important. You know, there's no secret. The secret lies within you, you know? So I can tell people how I train, I can tell them what I eat and all these things. That's the boring part, you know? Anybody can train and eat, but what's driving you to do what you do in life? This is the most important stuff. What drives you will be an influence to someone else.